Hello, I am Miss Guerrero and I am the school librarian. I have a Bachelor of Arts in Communications from Angelo State University and a Master's in Library Science from the University of North Texas. The purpose of the lesson is to provide an in-depth discussion about the Big Six process and its components. So the Big Six process will aid you in your research throughout your years in school. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify all 6 steps of the process and begin your research. So the lesson handout details each step of the Big Six process. There are 5 resources on the handout, and each takes you to a different source that discusses the Big Six process. One source has a few videos over the topic, while the other sources give written explanations over the model. Let's go ahead and take a look at the handout real quick. As you can see, it'll detail the Big Six process. It has all 6 of the steps, and then there are the resources, and you do have to copy and paste them into your browser in order to find them. And so there's the handout that each of you will be getting a copy of. So let's go ahead and go back to the PowerPoint. So Big Six Step 1. Step 1 of the Big Six process describes how you must identify the information need. For example, an information need could be that you need credible information over World War II. Your research project could be influential people in World War II, so you need information over that. Once you have identified the need, you must determine what you need to solve the problem. Your teacher could have parameters set up. Say you need 2 sources or 3 sources, and one needs to be electronic and one needs to be in print. So those are the types of things you need to look for whenever we're talking about step 1. Step 2 details how students must determine all possible sources. So after determining all possible sources, then students must choose the best source that will best serve their research needs. You'll look through the databases, find sources, and decide which one will help you in your research. Big Six Step 3. Step 3 discusses how students must locate sources physically and intellectually to find the proper sources needed for the research. So once students have found credible sources, they now must find information within the source. Moving on to Big Six Step 4. Step 4 details how students must engage with the source or sources they have chosen. In this instance, engaging with the text would be reading it. Once you have engaged with the source, then find relevant information that pertains to your research. Big Six Step 5. Step 5 has to do with synthesizing information. Once you have found relevant information, it must be organized to ensure everything stays together. And you can create like an outline or a paper, a rough draft, anything like that to make sure your information stays organized. So once the information has been selected and organized, it's time to present the information that you have found during your research. And that can be presented in a multitude of ways depending on how your teacher wants you to present it. It could be in a paper, it could be in a project, anything like that. So Big Six, Step 6. Step 6 deals with evaluation. So once a final product has been created, you now must judge how effective it is in solving your information problem. And another way for you to evaluate, or your teacher will evaluate how well you did in solving the information problem as well. So you can always look at the rubric and see if you were successful. You must also reflect on the process and determine if it can be done more efficiently in the future. So in conclusion, the Big Six is a 6-step process model that will ensure you are researching effectively and efficiently.